special story for you tonight. We are joined by the ghost of Mary Antoinette in a world first exclusive to answer all those questions.
You were so young when you married Louis. How did you feel about marrying a man you hadn't even met before?
I was so young. We got married in May 1770. I was 15 and Louis was 16. I was so nervous because I had not met him before. It was an arranged marriage that my mother and my father organized. Austria and France had been enemies for a very long time, so my parents thought the relationship between these countries would improve by a marriage of their children.
When you were escaping from captivity, which town did your family get caught in, and what were the circumstances?
I was discovered as a governess and Louis as a valet when we were caught in the town Varennes. The escape was stopped when Louis was recognized by a former servant at Versailles.
Unfortunately, Mary, you came a hero, did you not?
Oh, oui, I remember it like the back of my hand.
How did your husband, King Louis, actually die?
My husband, King Louis XVI, was executed by way of the guillotine on the 21st of January, 1793.
I understand you are known as Madame de Fessert. Why is this?
I only ordered 90 dresses in 1 year. Ah ha ha, but come on, I should hardly be called a fashion addict. That is why some deceitful people claim that I was using up all of the nation's money for my own personal shopping. I did get like shoes. What girl doesn't? That's why they chose me to call me Madame de Fessert.
What were your last words before you were brought to the guillotine?
I accidentally stepped on my executioner's foot when I was brought to the guillotine. I spoke to my executioner saying, "Monsieur, I ask your pardon. I did not do it on purpose." However, this innocent remark was of no use. The next minute, my life was literally cut short.
Can you confirm, Marie, that you were in fact involved with another man whilst married to King Louis?
Oh, oui, I can confirm that. His name was Axel von Fersen. Oh, how I adored him, especially his sweet letters that he would send to me. He displayed his affections for me through his encoded letters. We had our own coded language that only we could understand to write our letters with. He even helped my family escape to flee to the border of France. However, we unfortunately failed. We were caught and were taken back to Paris.
How many siblings did you have?
I was one of 16 children. I had 10 sisters and 5 brothers. However, only 9 reached their 18th birthday.
Where were you born?
I was born in Vienna, Austria, on the 2nd of November, 1755. In 1770, I left Austria to live in France with my newlywed husband.
Was it just an accusation, or did you say, "Let them eat cake"?
No, I did not. There was a rumor that I was told that the poor people did not have any bread. I supposedly replied by saying let them eat cake. No historians have ever found evidence that I said this.
How are you different to your husband, King Louis?
My husband had a very different personality to me. He was introverted, shy, and indecisive. His hobbies were reading and working on locks. I, on the other hand, was very different. I was a social butterfly. I was very outgoing and bold, and I loved staying up late to go out to parties. When Louis was awake very early in the morning, I would be still sleeping until noon, resting from a previous wild night out with other aristocrats.
Can you tell us what happened to your children?
I had 3 children. However, only one lived through to adulthood, named Marie-Therese. My second child, Louis Joseph, died at the age of 7 from tuberculosis due to poor conditions while he was in prison. Sophie, my third child, was born premature and died a month before her first birthday. I was very saddened at this.
Down. And America's military might, the USS Kitty Hawk, sails into Sydney Harbour.